guys, it's the girl Princess KB back with another video. So I don't know if you guys notice a difference or anything between like this video and my last video, but the quality is different. Why? Because your girl got a new phone that's a better camera than my iPod did, and I finally stopped being a cheap bitch and got me a phone. An iPhone to be exact. So we lit. Camera quality about to be so much better. Like, this is about to be so lit. So yeah, that's what I did. So yes, this is gonna make this a story time in celebration of my new quality. So if you want to hear the story about how these chicks were fighting over this dude in elementary school, then keep on watching. Let's go. What happened was, I came to school one day and there was this girl who I knew her, but like we weren't like cool or anything because I had never talked to her. This was after my fight with that one girl, so I was just like with that Trinity girl. So I was like, you know what, I'm not about to talk to nobody, I'm just mind my business, right? So this one girl walked up to me. I was like, hey, you're Kendra, right? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? Can you take me to where the fight's gonna be? Because I don't live over here and I don't know where the fight's gonna be. I was like, what fight? She was like, let's name her. She said, Tanisha and Deja are about to fight. I was like, word? She said, yeah. She was like, Tanisha and Deja are about to fight. Da-da-da-da. Deja was talking to Tanisha's man, blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada. So I was like, oh, word? Because I hadn't heard about the fight. I was like, I didn't hear about it. She was like, girl, you don't be paying attention. I was like, girl, nobody talks to me. So she was like, well, it's supposed to happen at some lake. I was like, I know exactly what lake you talking about. She's like, okay, so you trying to go to the fight together? I was like, sure. Because I knew what lake she was talking about. It's this path that has a lake near it, and it's like this huge open field after you walk like 2 minutes down. So I was like, yeah, I got you, or whatever. I was like, I'll take you. I was like, we can meet up here. I was like, when's the fight? She was like, Saturday. I was like, all right, we can meet up here at the school, and then we can walk all the way down to the lake. She was like, all right, bet. So Saturday comes, and we meet up. She had some snacks. She had got me some chips and everything from the dollar store that was right here. And it was pretty crazy because I was like, girl, this fight is not about to be all that. She was like, yes, it is. She was like, you should have heard Tanisha going off because Tanisha was in her class. Let's name this girl Denasia. So Denasia was like, Tanisha's in my class, and Tanisha was going off. I was like, oh, for real? She was like, yeah. So then it was like, okay. So we go, we walk, and I take her. And the crazy thing is, we got there. The fight was supposed to happen, say, I don't remember. This was over like, let's see, like 10 years ago. So let's say the fight was supposed to happen 1:30. I left my house to go up to the school to meet Denasia like 12:45-ish, around there, for example. So then from the school, we walked all the way down here, and I looked at my little track phone I had. It was like a few minutes to 1. So we get to the field, y'all, everybody and their mama is here waiting on this fight. It was like these high schoolers that were there with like a picnic basket and shit, that were like making sandwiches. It was the girls from the neighborhood across my street and the neighborhood all the way down my street. Twin Canal, Emberley Forest, all these neighborhoods. It was girls from there. It was girls from like that were in my class from 4th grade. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, why is it this many people trying to see this fight? Like, what? She was like, girl, I told you. So her little boyfriend, Boo Ting, was there or whatever. So we're all standing there, and I'm just like, what is this fight supposed to be about? Like, honestly, because like, yeah, she's talking to y'all man or whatever, but what are they gonna share? Animal crackers? Like, we're in elementary school. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So girls on this side are like, here she comes, here she comes. And I was like, oh, who coming? Deja comes out and was like, yeah, where that bitch Tanisha at? That bitch don't want the smoke. Da da da. Fuck that bitch, that bitch, I'm gonna fuck her man. Da da da. I was like, whoa. That was like the first time I had heard so many cuss words being used in a sentence. I was like, girl, what? Girl, you were 10 years old. your mama is just as crazy as my mama. Like, what is you doing? I was like, I was like, girl, she was talking all like mush mouth. She was talking. I was like, where that bitch at? That bitch don't want this smoke. I'll punch that bitch right in her fucking face. Her ugly ass face, da-da-da. Her man was at my house last night, da-da-da. I was like, oh my God. So, Denasia was like, she talking shit. And Denasia was like, the people that talk the most shit always lose a fight. Which, 9 times out of 10 is true. Because most people that talk that shit can't back it up. Let's just be real. That's what it is. I'm the type of person where I'll talk a little bit, but if we gonna fight, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna just throw hands, period. So, she's talking and she is loud, okay? So, we're over here, and all of a sudden we hear, bitch, what? Tanisha comes and was like, what's up, Deja? What's up? The moment Deja saw Tanisha, she did, remember, she was doing this, she did zip. And Deja was kind of light-skinned. Her face turned pale. Like, bitch, are you serious? So, Tanisha was like, come on. I heard you talking that mess. Yeah, I heard you talking that mess. What's up? You talking that mess? What's up? Come fight me. Come punch me in the face. Did you talking that mess? Deja turned into a punk. Oh my God, no, Tanisha, no. I was just bluffing, girl. I don't want to fight you. Come on, let's just be friends. Da-da-da-da. And so, here go people putting in their 2 cents. The one girl was like, you scary ass bitch, you were just talking shit about her, da-da-da-da. So, Deja is standing. She's not moving. So, Tanisha walks up to Deja, and some people start, like, closing up the circle. Denasia had already gave me my bag of Doritos, so I kind of had them ready. I was about the tea. So, y'all, Denasia's just standing there, and she's talking, and she's stuttering. Mind y'all, like I said, Tanisha was about that life, and she wasn't quiet, but she wasn't a talker either. So Tanisha turns around, looks at her, boom! Punches Deja right in her face. She turned into the female version of One Punch Man. Literally punched her with all the energy of her ancestor, punched Deja in her face. Y'all, everybody was like, oh! I opened my Doritos and started eating them. We were like, oh! Y'all, Deja was on the floor, on the ground, in the grass. Turned her hand, was already bleeding from like right here because Tanisha rocked her in her shit. I was like, oh! I was like, oh no. I was like, oh my God. So, Deja gets up, and Deja was kind of a petite girl. So Deja tries to like, I don't know what she thought she was doing. Deja tries to punches, but it wasn't strong. And so she punches, and Tanisha just steps to the side, and Deja falls flat on her face. And so Tanisha kicks Deja and was like, bitch, get up. So Deja goes. Deja tries to get up. Tanisha kicks her, gets over and starts punching her in her face. Y'all, Tanisha was literally kept punching her in her face over and over and over. Like, she was like punching her so hard that I was starting to be like, okay, I don't think this is funny anymore. Like, why are y'all fighting? So, here comes the BS, right? There's this random girl that comes from the back that starts walking up to the fight. So we're like, what is she doing? What is she doing? This girl, like, pulls Tanisha's hair and, like, to get Tanisha off of Deja and starts punching her. So now it's 2-on-1. Deja and this random girl on Tanisha. Deja's like, yeah, cousin, get her. Beat her ass. Wait a minute. So we're all standing there like, wait a minute. She brought her cousin to a fight, a one-on-one fight, and she brought her cousin. We were like, no, like, that's kind of messed up. Like, how you bring your cousin to a fight. And I don't know how it is now, but back then, if you have to bring somebody to a fight, you kind of automatically lose. So we were just like, oh my God. So, Tanisha is still holding her own, but it's getting hard because 2-on-1 is a really, like, messed up thing. So, what had happened was, this huge heavyset girl, like she had to already be in high school. Mind you, all of us are in elementary except for the high schoolers that are like have the picnic basket eating sandwiches and stuff. She comes and literally takes Deja's cousin, picks her up and starts fighting her. So we're like, whoa, who was this? Whoa. Tanisha's like, yeah sis, that's my sister, y'all don't want this smoke. Oh, wait a minute. So we were like, did Tanisha know that Deja was gonna bring her cousin, so Tanisha brought her sister just in case? Cause that's kind of smart, low-key, cause nobody saw her. She was like way in the back somewhere. So I think maybe she was there just in case something went down. Y'all, so now it's these 4 females fighting. It's Deja and Tanisha versus Deja's cousin and Tanisha's sister, and they're fighting. Y'all, in this field, it was tracks, bubblegum wrappers. The one, Tanisha was like pulling Deja's hair. She had on those like cheap tracks because that was what was popping back then. Was pulling all her tracks out. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is crazy. So it got to the point where, because Tanisha's sister was so big and heavy, so she didn't even have to bend down. She was just punching. Like, you just see her, like, going all crazy, hair flying. I'm just like, wow. So y'all fighting? Like, this is what we doing? So I'm sitting there, and my Doritos are almost gone. And the fight's still going on. This fight lasted for, like, 15 minutes. It was pretty crazy. And you hear all types of bitches, hoes, every name in the book is being called right now. So what had happened was, I guess somebody had called, let's name the dude Joseph. Somebody had called Joseph like, hey, you better come get your chicks. They out here fighting over you or whatever. So he comes and to the fight was like, stop. And so Deja looks up, runs at him. Oh, hi. With her like messed up face, mind you, she was getting beat up. She was getting towed up. So she had like marks right here, and she was still bleeding kind of to the side, and like had a scratch right here. It was a mess. I was like, oh my god, hi, honey. He was like, don't call me that, like, get off me. She was like, don't act like that, you know you were just at my house. And Tanisha was like, bitch, what? Really? Did you not just learn your lesson? Joseph was like, listen, I don't want you. And he told Tanisha, was like, hey, things just aren't working out. And she was like, what do you mean? And they were talking, people started to leave. So yeah, that was the crazy story about this 4-way fight that happened when I was in elementary school over this boy. The tea was, they thought he had money, right? Because he came to school with some type of, it was something, and then like all these boys had been in his house and seen he had a whole bunch of video games and stuff, so they thought he had money, child. Come to find out, he didn't have no money. This is an 11-year-old boy. What money do he got that's not his mama's? Like, so yeah, Joseph actually ended up moving. Deja ended up switching school. It was just so crazy. So moral of the story is, don't fight. Don't do it unless you have to. There are some cases where I think fighting is okay. Because, you know, some people are gonna try you. Just like someone tried me last week, and I had to let them know, don't try me. I'm not 15 no more. I'm 19 years old. I'm grown now, technically. Like, don't do it. You will get cut. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up for this better quality. And yeah, Princess KV signing out. Bye. Oh, shout out to all the Pisces out there. And today's my dad's birthday, and my niece is probably going to be born today. So I guess I got to become a fan of Pisces. Woohoo. It's Scorpio gang all day though. All right.